And your dad is super cool. Have met your dad a bunch of times. I've met your mom once, I think, and you know, I'm glad that for the most part, the majority of the people that I have been in the space that are parents, like, have always been supportive for it. And I don't know if it's a generational thing or what, but now it's going to be a standard, right? Now it's going to be like, oh yeah, my kid does YouTube videos and that's how he makes money. You know, he doesn't need a summer job. Yeah, he's making more money than me as a YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back in the day, it wasn't, right? This is something that was being built from the ground up. Yeah. As you were doing this, I was doing YouTube stuff, and you know, we sort of intersected at a time where I could offer more, right, from an exposure standpoint, from everything that sort of led to that place. I remember we had a suite at we didn't stay at the Hilton Anaheim, Anatole.
Yeah, I drove by that coming by. Totally flashback.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Oh man,
right. That's why I tell people, like, that's where the Green Wall was born, right? That's where the Green Wall, like, you know, became it. So we stayed at a hotel like over the train tracks. And I remember that I had a flashed copy of Black Ops 1. Do you remember that? Oh, wait, what came after that? Was it Black Ops 1?
Yeah, it was.
It was Black Ops 1, right? Yeah. Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1. Yeah, so 100%. So you guys, everybody came over to my spot, and everybody was just fucking playing this thing, and I'm like, oh shit. And at the time it was Diesel and Nerve. You remember Nerve?
Yeah.
All right, and then Nerve's like, yo, we should pick these guys up. We got to drop Nadeshot, and we got to drop fucking Vengeance, and then we got to pick up Rambo, Big T, and
JCap probably.
And JCap. Yeah. Right? And I was like, whoa, you think we could get them? He's like, hell yeah, man, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's sort of make that thing happen. So that's how our story began. Right?
Yeah, we actually didn't drop Nadeshot. It was me and Big T that joined the team at first with Merc and Nade.
Yeah.
And then we played for a few months with Nade, but Nade was like busy working and rarely had time to practice. And we're gamers at that point, right? Like, this is
like, because he was working at McDonald's.
Right, and I mean, our passion is really just to compete, right? So like, we couldn't,
so
he wasn't able to offer that.
So you dropped it.
So we actually dropped Nadeshot, which flip-flop a little later in the time, but we can talk about it a little later.
Yeah, so obviously, like, everything has changed, and you've seen it firsthand, like the evolution of Call of Duty, right? Because we never had true support from the leagues ever, right? It didn't happen until Vonderhaar and Black Ops 1,
Black
maybe?
Ops 1 was the first year we had LAN, like actual LAN support.
Actual LAN support and a developer that took the time to come out and see it and check it out and look at it. But in those early building years, there was a lot of stuff that sort of we had to make happen on our own, right? Like I remember having everybody pay. So everybody that uploaded YouTube videos to the channel sort of forfeited a 10% on their payout because we would use that to fund the travel for all the pro players, right? And everybody was about it. Everybody was like, hell yeah, we're competitive. Blah, blah, blah. So I remember like having that cost, and then on top of that we had the cost of having to fly you, or what was it, what did we pay for back then? Just hotel?
Yeah, it was hotel and flights.
Yeah. And it was like a difficult time because nobody knew I didn't know what the fuck was happening. You know, I was a content creator. I didn't know that I was going to become a business guy, right? I didn't know that I was going to be responsible for like all these kids and all this. I just loved Call of Duty and wanted to see it played at the highest, level, and I wanted to create content around it. But it was one of those early moments where you sort of saw the opportunity, because you saw how many fans were there for StarCraft. You saw how many fans were there for Halo. And I remember the same thing, watching them on USA Today. I get flashbacks every single time of me sitting at my dining room table, looking at Olivia on her stroller, like running around, and then on the flat screen on top of the fucking fireplace, you know what I'm saying, pimping. I saw USA Today. I'm like, oh my god, video games are on TV. I'm like, this is a thing. Yeah. Like, this is a thing. So like that just invigorated my want to become somebody or something, or be a part of it, at least at the very minimum, be a part of this like emerging scene that nobody, for what it's worth, nobody knew about it, right? Nobody, like, the only people that knew about it were the people that played that specific game. And even then, to this day, I've only played 4 games. You played a variety of games.
I played every game. Every competitive game that's out there, I get interested in. And like just kind of to segue what you're talking about, like Walshies, the Walshie, the T-squares, like the whole Halo scene is what kind of, I can guarantee you that like 90% of the COD pros that played when I played, that still play today, kind of got from that environment, that space.
All did, yeah.
Because there's just like, that's the kind of the stage that there was at the time, right? Like that was it. Like this is what I want to do. I want that. And when you find out there's something like that for your game, that's when everyone gained interest, and that's kind of how Call of Duty kind of bounced off.
And we sort of had to make it happen, right?
Yeah.
It didn't happen for us until we made it happen, right? We made sure that what we saw other people doing, like the inspiration that we got from there, we couldn't wait around for MLG to make those moves. We couldn't wait around for certain people to do that. So through certain moves and whatever happened, like we were finally able to get the support from Sonny and Sepso, where they're like, all right, let's put up a LAN for Call of Duty.
Right.
And sure enough, it sort of little by little started becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Once we came in as OpTic, and once we brought that audience that we had garnered on YouTube, everything changed, right? They've never seen 10,000 views on a live stream, right? And I remember clearly, like I saw Fwiz and Hastro streaming it, and I interrupt because they were like on the sidelines. So I interrupt them like, "Yo, this is live, right?" And I don't know, like you can find it, but Fwiz is like, "Yeah, man." And since I'm on the phone and recording, he knows I'm a YouTuber. He like snaps and he's like, "Yeah, man, it's blah, blah, live and blah blah." I uploaded from my phone to OpTic Nation. And then, boom, the viewership just skyrocketed.
That's
At
awesome.
that point, they're like, what just happened?
Right.
What happened right there? What was it? And then from there, the relationship with us and MLG sort of happened. And we started to sort of build upon that one little instance that happened where they saw a spike in viewership just from an upload of a video. And they said, okay, there's an audience there. We just got to know how to get there. And where was it the whole time? It was hiding on YouTube in plain sight.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's how COD's been bigger on YouTube for ages, right? Like, like back in the days we started, especially your content creating days, was just like immense. Like that's sniping videos, like just the OpTic snipers and all that kind of stuff.
Top 5 kill cams, like everything.
Oh yeah.
And the beauty, which ended up becoming our strength in having a cyclical game, as Call of Duty is, where every single year we have a new one. That became our strength because every single year there was a refreshment in what sort of content you could create. So whatever juice we had squeezed out of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, we were able to sort of restart with a brand new game. And everything, all the content that we created for Modern Warfare, the nade spots and this, that, and the other, we were able to then bring over to World at War, and then Modern Warfare 2, and so on and so forth. The rest is history. But now I sort of feel like we're in a situation where is it better to have Counter-Strike still massive, right? It's still the same game, still the same map, just reinvented plays, same place, different approach. Like everything is changed, and people question it as far as like, well, how many times can you see the same game being played differently? And I'm like, basketball's been around forever, and there's always been 2 hoops and a 3-point line and a free throw line, and nothing has changed. That map has never changed. And every single day, there's a different game with a different outcome, different plays, different movements.
Right.
It's the human brain, right? I don't know where I was going with that thought, but I think it sort of became our strength. Anyway,